let me set this up for you. So on Karen's show this morning, there was one of the MPs from ACT. It's a guy, Cameron Luxton. Gosh, imagine that. Cameron Luxton from ACT. And they're talking about the woke media and woke hiring practices. And Cameron Luxton comes out and he talks about, getting appointments and getting hired in jobs based on your lineage, your ethnicity. And what Plunket does is goes, yeah, but what about those rainbow ones? What about them as well? Now, this is a perfect time for ACT to portray that's not just about race. You know what he says? He says, oh, no, I'm just going to focus on the race part of this. He actually gets given an out to say that ACT is about equality for everyone when Karen gives him a chance to talk about being equally as revolting to the LGBT community, but he actively chooses not to, and he actively states he's going to stay on the issue to do with race. So I kind of want to say thanks to Karen for this, but let's just have a listen to it. It's not very long. How long is it? Oh, it's about 90 seconds. So I've just set up the conversation, right? And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about hiring practices, yada, yada, yada. And the guy just refuses to move off race, even when you're throwing a softball.
Would the woke procurement include government agencies like ACC and government organisations that spend thousands of dollars a year getting the rainbow tick, which is basically a grift by a bunch of gay people to say, we will cancel your business if you don't pay us some money and say you're rainbow friendly?
So he's thrown him the ball to say, so you can now tell us that you're going to have the same focus on all minorities and be revolting to them all, but...
Yeah, well, there's in this realm of, progressive procurement for Māori businesses, there's grifters that have started a bit of a cottage industry, as it were, supplying services to businesses who have done the sufficient searching through their family tree and found
well, what about, as I say, progressive procurement is not limited to issues involving Māori. It is.
So he goes back again to the well and he goes, yeah, I get you want to slam Māori, but just in case you're not aware, you need to at least give out the appearance to all of us that you're going to slam all of these groups. He goes back for a second time and he gets...
There's also the diversity, the gender diverse and the rainbow community who are doing essentially the same thing. Are you going to take them on as well?
Look, the difference with this one and what I'm talking about in this particular case is that this is a government policy setting. It's got a policy, there is a current policy for a target from central government, contracting services from businesses and authorities contracting services, which is abhorrent. We shouldn't be having that, and that is what I'm going after at the moment. I think it isn't a good thing to have, especially when we've got a productivity issue. We should be enabling people to get on with it, not searching through their family tree for some kind of negative one-drop rule absurd situation in the 21st century.
So there you go, Chewy. I'm going to say Mr. Luxton has just actually confirmed for us all, thanks to Oliver Plunket, that, because remember how important it is to use birth names. That's why Oliver has just confirmed to us what we've been saying the whole way through. ACT is not interested in equality for all. They're only interested in putting out red meat to the audience, primarily to put their knee on the neck of Māori, and that's it. He got given a softball twice. Hey, just make sure if we're going to do this game, if we're going to do this dog whistle, we got to make sure that we don't get accused of being racist. So let's say we're going to do it to the LGBT community. Nope. No, come on, I'll give you a second. We are going to talk. No. Just based on where people are born, Joey. Confirmed.
Absolutely. God, he's a distasteful man. I am, of course, referring to Oliver Plunket there. Changed his name, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
Went by his middle
strange.
name. Very,
I wonder why he's not, proud of his birth name.
He up at his birth name. It's very strange.
Maybe he's wanting to put himself there as less Irish or something. I don't know.
Whatever ACT says it is a lie. It's not a libertarian party. It's not a party that's there for value for money for taxpayers. They are there to stoke a gap between what they would call real New Zealanders and Indigenous New Zealanders. Every time they have a chance to prove us wrong, that's where they go to. If they were a libertarian party, like they sometimes say they are, they would have legalized or campaigned against the prohibition of controlled substances, because people can make their own choice. They can make their own decisions. They're not a libertarian party.
No.
They are just there to sow division, and that becomes more and more clear as we find out what they're fucking up to. Seymour is not a clever man, or maybe he is. He's desperately unlikable.
We've got other friends of the show that spend some time with him that say he's very, very clever. So maybe that's what
what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
I saw footage today. He was protested over the weekend over the genocide in Gaza, and he comes out and he goes, "Can any of you tell me what genocide actually is?" And he gives literally a dictionary definition of genocide.
You're missing a bit though. You know whose piece that was, eh?
Yeah, it's Justine's again.
It was Spiderhoof. No, it was Spiderhoof. Spiderhoof tweeted it.
Yeah.
And he retweeted Spiderhoof's tweet that shows him being an absolute doorknob. Well, I'll find it while we're talking about being a doorknob about it. I didn't know it was. So it's Justine's video, but I got it off Spiderhoof's space.
No, you're right.
So I don't. So I'll hold my tongue in case it's not who I think it is.
Sorry, that went on a massive tangent, but it's just, here we are, and sorry, I just had to check a calendar, that we're in fucking March, just 3 years into this year, and every opportunity this bastard government, this absolute mongrel government, does something, they step on their own dick in the worst way possible. Every time. It's indefensible. Oh, this guy.
So what I hear you saying is the video might be Justine's. I'm not sure about that. But I saw it. Spiderhoof.
The protest was Justine.
Okay. Spiderhoof tweeted it, and David Seymour retweeted this. I think he thinks this makes him look good. I don't know why.
Can any of you tell me what genocide is?
Seymour, you can't hide. You're supporting genocide.
Just water pollution today.
In a Christian church, a church that would be bombed if it was in Gaza.
Can any of you tell me what genocide is? It's very simple. Genocide is a deliberate set of actions aimed at eliminating a group.
Correct.
That is not what...
Then what do you call shut it down?
Yeah. So he defines it, and then he says that's not what they're doing. So whatever percentage of the housing's been bombed, or okay. So I will. I should probably show you that last screen because you might get some enjoyment out of that last screen as well, Chewy. That was a freeze frame at the end.